Hello, everybody. It's me, Unit 102 Alpha here. Sorry it took me till about 6 o'clock to actually start streaming. There's issues going on with Twitch and PlayStation Network and all that. But it's fixed now, so that means that I can actually stream Final Fantasy XVI like I said I was going to do. And not only that, we've actually got a new subscriber today. Well, not subscriber, follower, that is. So I'm up to 26 followers. So special shout out to Kara Weber for 2 hours ago. Thank you very much for your support. It means a lot to me. Alright, so without further ado, and without keeping you guys waiting any longer, picking up with more Final Fantasy XVI. So we are off to Northreach to help out. Yep, helping out Northreach. And our bit rate is decent.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Isabel, where are you? Probably at the Vale. Alright, so what we need to do is...
I can't do it.
We're dealing with Akashic, as well as Ultima's own personal monsters.
We received the dame's message.
Yes.
There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
Oh, yes.
Blue eyes. Yes. Like Akashic, but different.
Oh, those are
They've taken so
Ultima's
many. I've lost
personal creations.
Akashic, but different.
Ultima's thralls.
Yep.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Need to visit the garrison. Now.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice.
It's true.
Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Man, these are some dire times. Damn you, Ultima Creepypasta.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
Oh, they do.
And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor.
heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still in the capital.
It's all right, darling. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Indeed. Not a moment to lose.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Just gonna fire off a blast of charged magic into the wind. Woof. Aether floods. Yeesh.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
Be gone. Oop. It's charged and ready. Show me your motivation.
Should I prime?
No.
Save your strength.
Spin. Eliminate all. Die. Time to burn. Now to speed.
No good.
Now you die. Why is this so satisfying?
Do you think there are more?
There are
Is that a
always more,
cat?
but I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Well, that's good.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Ooh.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Alright, now we need to make for Dalamil. Because Lubor requires assistance as well. We've got a bandit problem. So it's time to eradicate some bandits. First, what I want to do is optimize some of my abilities. Which I can't because I lack sufficient ability points even for my cheapest one to upgrade. Boo!
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Branded get no respect.
Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Nope.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Right, down the rabbit hole then.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Yes. To our favorite little bar fight area.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's
Ouch.
enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
The bandit problem.
The same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
I do.
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Jill.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. With you as captain.
Me? I don't know about that.
Ooh. That's not what he intended.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Ooh.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
All right. So now it's Natalie's turn.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
Ooh.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
She saw through you.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scout should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Indeed.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Got some bandits to
Good
shred,
news,
hopefully.
Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Bandits to shred. Yes! Yes! I get to choose violence on these
I'm
bandits.
told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to blow.
I'll take that one.
Meh. Scum!
They mean to overwhelm us.
Get off my lawn, you ungrateful vermin! Die, scum. The Sultan. Show me your motivation. Overkill. Bye-bye. Degenerate bandits.
Could they have held out?
I hope so.
They're only fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Ew.
The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details?
Sometimes that's all you need.
We are united.
Nothing brings a town together like beating the tar out of a bunch of bandits.
Fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yep. Yeah, I fight better than I act, too, on the combat model. Although, I've been getting a little better at some of my, accents, kind of.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Agreed.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Magic.
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Oh, Joshua. Joshua is awake. Yes. He's okay. He's awake. He's doing good.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend.
Yep.
Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Yes, Joshua.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements.
And yet we have
You.
Clive.
Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Canver? Oh no.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, Should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Taya not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Look after him.
Alright. So it looks like all abilities are now in the point where it's a mastery now, not an upgrade. So we've got Odin, Shiva, Bahamut, Titan, and Ramu. But we're finally nearing the end.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Uh-oh.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Will we ever see the sun again?
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's okay.
It's not who, but
I ask her.
what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Well then. I think I know what needs to be done. Do.
we should do?
Oh, we've got a new follower. So now we're up to 27 followers. Iris Palmer 001. Thank you for that lovely follow. Your support is greatly appreciated.
It's not a set of
27
scales,
followers now.
No.
So, that means I am yet closer to reaching 50 followers.
And just how long hasn't it been
And that wonderful affiliate status.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
You mean dismantled.
And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Engineering
That's the only way
standpoint.
to become an engineer.
Engineer.
The best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well, then your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Scoots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the
Absolutely
chains for?
not.
Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
The arm.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
It's a good plan.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Yep.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! 'Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help. 'Cause I don't think we can do it. 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 'Cause I don't think we can do it.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's
Oh,
right.
there you go.
We're Miss Mididol's heirs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, heirs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are.
Oh, it's fine.
I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see.
Yeah, it's a good
Sid,
thing, no?
Do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Aw, that's good. See, it's good that I'm helping out around the hideaway.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
And I keep taking care of the side quests because, well, like I keep saying,
What am I gonna do?
side quests matter.
But no more.
An eye for an eye.
Is everything all right, Goose? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Not afraid of lashing.
I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
An eye for an eye. Alright. Before I go and help out with the hideaway, I'm going to take a very short little break, but I will be back very soon. So don't worry. Alright, my viewers, I've returned. With that, it's time to progress with this eye for an eye side quest.
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're
hi,
doing
Coco.
good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Coco cat.
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once
something.
in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just...
What's a popoto?
Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
And now I return to goats.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Yay! Wait, I can't do that yet. I can't go to Dalimil. All the locations are locked. I can only ever go this way.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped? Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Okay.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. and I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates.
Yep.
Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
Well, after the main
Lest
quest...
we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that just yet. I must complete Things Fall Apart first. But it looks like there's some missives.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
In my room, so I must check. And also look at the Wall of Memories. Oh. Oh, Lubor. Well, I can't heed those summons.
Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
It's smooth like butler. Smooth like butter. But I sadly can't take care of any of them. I can only fulfill this one, this main quest. So let's get it over with, shall we? Central Dalmekia. Aw, Joshua and Torgal. They're so cute. All four of them together again. Joshua, Clive, Torgal,
It's like
Jill.
The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Indeed.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Well then, who has the stronger will? Okay. Which way was I going again? Ah, yes, this way. Where's your motivation? It's a shame they don't actually fall off the cliff or anything. It's a little sad.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Burn. Helldivers. Oh, boo! kind of splat sounds they make? Ugh.
Hey, do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps?
Yep.
Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Oh my god. Well, he's determined, I'll give him that. Uh-oh. You okay, sir?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them.
Oh no.
There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor.
I understand.
Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier.
Alright.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
They'd better still be there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Die.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid.
I was there in Cosnes when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
You could barely
Wounds
stand.
have healed and your head has cooled. Come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
Woof. I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not. No easy solution. Burn. Woo! Okay.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Oh, you mean this one?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight
Oh,
of
well
the
then,
Undying,
nice to meet you.
charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
Oh no, Odin.
Joshua. The Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Oh.
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What did you...
Odin.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My liege. My li
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
You dare cross Odin? You dare threaten Odin? Then you fools have chosen death. See? That is Odin.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
Mid. He's hunting mid.
See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Now there is a man with motivation.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
And I get to take his motivation all over again and use his motivation against him.
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
The motivation of motivation. Meeting more motivation. Because motivation is eternal. I don't know why I just ranted on about motivation. You know what? Rolling with it.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember?
If that is...
Uh-oh.
Please be safe.
Got a little bit of
Aught was
buffering and
before
lag
you,
going on.
You have my word.
Just a little bit.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Indeed.
Let's find our friends.
Yes, let's. To the free city of Canverden.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
Side quests.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Oh, good, I can actually do the thing. If I so choose.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Me.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Okay.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Oh, it's gonna work alright. Another one of Joshua's friends.
How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Plenty.
Nearly enough, milady.
Oh.
Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem.
Not in the slightest.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve.
Wait a minute. You guys are all hooded, working in the dark to serve the light. This feels like an Assassin's Creed reference. Clever.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing
Very
further,
clever.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
One could say the same for you, Clive.
The free cities and a sea.
Suffice to say, Mr. Rossfield, you're hardly one to talk.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
No, this isn't the right way, but there are side quests down here that need to be taken care of as well. Side quests that would be in our best interests to handle. Because, as I continuously say, side quests matter. Side quests will always matter. And just like that. Let's upgrade diamond dust. There. So this just leaves Odin, Bahamut, Titan, and Ramu. We are one step closer, folks. One step closer to having every single icon ability mastered. Which means that lovely little trophy Masterclass will finally have been acquired. Which, of course, brings me one step closer to finally earning the coveted Final Fantasy XVI Platinum Trophy. Oh, and when that day comes, it will be such a victory. Oh. Yes.
Guess I'll fetch a few gil.
Scum. Die. This is just way too satisfying. Yes, the fields of Korava. Wait, fields of Korava? That's the place that I... Hey, I know that.
Let's go.
Ah, yes, this was the place. Oh! Oh! Sneezed. Oh! Ugh. Oh, and there's acid from my coffee. Oh. Stomach acid and whatnot. Oh. Blech. Yuck. That tells me I'm gonna have to eat something soon.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, there's the Dread Avis.
Maybe. But it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet.
Are you serious? Okay, now I'm a little motivated. Smooshed. And to the victor go the spoils.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Indeed.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Oh, you'll see it, but I don't think you want to smell it.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Wolf.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
I was.
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
All right.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Okay, I think I can do that.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix now, but tough as boiled bone.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Daniel.
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less?
Alright, what's this one say? Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, with pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps you'll invite me round to try it.
Last one. What do you have to say for yourself? Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Indeed.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal.
The first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But Oh, whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and
Those darn stairs. Too many stairs. Woof. Alright. I'm going to take another little break to take care of a few things. I'll be gone a little bit longer than last time, but I'll still return. Alright, my viewers, I've returned one last time. With that, I am officially ready to make for the free city of
How are those
Canver.
new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
An ether flood, yes.
Alright, Joshua. I'm gonna head the right way this time.
The free cities and the sea?
Die, orcs! I was not expecting it to go over that well. I seriously was not expecting it to be over that fast. Now you're all dead. Oh, I love being ridiculously overpowered. Don't you, my lovely viewers? Don't you love being ridiculously overpowered? They're all dead now. Seriously, more orcs? Be gone! Oh. Well, I guess there's no going that way. Huh. There's no going that way, then what about this way? Up, 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 up. Burned the birdies. 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 Cooked bird. Something I never knew existed like that. I mean, cooked chickens, but I haven't seen birds like that get cooked to that extent.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Maybe, but it's definitely not looking good. Especially if Odin is involved. We've got Odin, and it doesn't look too good. Yeesh. Odin. Odin! What have you done, Odin?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Definitely. This is Odin we're dealing with. And of course, a veritable legion of orcs. Canver's a pretty looking place. Too bad it's under siege. And the skies are all
like thunder.
primogenesis up, thanks to Ultima. Imagine that Canver could be quite a pretty city with the blue sky and under more peaceful circumstances.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Yeah, that was you.
Good to see you.
Back when you still had two eyes. And
Nothing we could
Sid
handle.
was alive.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Ooh. Such a gentleman. And Byron, the fun uncle.
My boy.
He gets to see Joshua.
It's really you.
Yep.
I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
Definitely.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long.
Nope.
We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
It's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Gutter snipe.
Shall we then?
Yes.
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Even fall.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Couldn't save him.
They've been routed. They're wearing blue armor.
Oh, no fair, you teleporting cheater. Time to burn. Scum. Can't go that way.
No mistakes.
massacred. They were either massacred or turned. Okay. Press on. Oh. Show me your motivation. I don't think they liked that very much. Yeesh. So many dead people. No survivors. The way the Akashic just disintegrate. It's just ouch. Okay, who's next?
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
That was certainly a big explosion. Fall. Of course, there's an Orcish warlord. Okay, that was perfect. No, you teleporting cheater. Again. Yeesh.
Survivors inside.
Okay, I do not like these orcs. These orcs are the worst. I hate orcs.
Where are they? These creatures. Some of us reach extend that far.
But of course. Ultima is everywhere.
Where is your master? What does he want?
He wants you. He still wants you. And only you. Eliminate all.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you.
Hey, I remember you. You were the guy that gave old Titan a hand at scramming.
Been introduced.
You know, after his hands got chopped off.
You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield. They are men, like you and me.
Are they now?
Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
Are they really?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
I'll shred you good.
I am Sleipnir of House Harvard.
Sleipnir. Like that six-legged horsey that Odin favors riding on. Oh, you devious tin can. Ow. Show me your motivation, Sleipnir.
Trick. You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired.
Yeah, where's your motivation?
I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this.
You're saying that I'm lacking?
What now? A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Gungnir.
Watch closely.
Spear of Odin himself, eh? Nope.
Yes. Yes.
Two can play that game, buddy. Feel the heat. Job.
Fun is seldom enough when you're not in.
True.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Okay. If this is the hill you want to die on, then I will gladly indulge you. Time to hack you into 1,000 little pieces. Hope you're ready. And now I've punched you in the face. I've punched you in the face, my dude. Yeah. Woo! Level 72.
The vessel is strong.
Bye-bye.
My liege.
Did you like that? Did you like getting punched in the face by me? Hey, Joshua. Jill.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Yeah, seems to be a recurring theme around here in Old Canver. Too late to save anybody. And the slaughter was basically over before any of us got a chance to do anything to stop it.
Nothing. I hope.
Yeesh. Oh! Oh, that's just Odin. Making his presence known.
So soon, Mythos?
There he is. There's Odin.
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Perfect dodging. Perfect parrying. Punishing. Okay, clearly Odin is good at Souls-like. He's got that Souls-born perfect parrying.
I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose?
To surrender my mind and body to that thing?
Yes, surrender yourself to Ultima.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
There you go, Clive.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Ah! He's motivated.
Try it.
Real motivation.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
You really think that's gonna stop a motivated Odin?
This way! Hurry!
Oh, Jill. You've got a death wish. See? Odin agrees. He one-shotted semi-primed Clive.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Show me your motivation.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix
better
can
be.
mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we're up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
That is the power of Odin.
Allow
To rend
me.
all asunder.
Lordship.
With a single flash
Know
of the
what I was
blade.
thinking? Putting you to the trouble like that?
Ultima said it best.
Tis no trouble carrying
There is nothing your
comestibles to my
black blade
alien.
cannot sever.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gill into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, he lives.
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And The world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
Odin soloed Shiva with no concept of difficulty.
It's all right, Mid.
Just like he soloed you, Clive, with no concept of difficulty.
As long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Byron called you out.
But the world really won't save itself.
Alright, get me to the hideaway. Because, good God.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Okay, abilities. There. Maxed Bahamut. So that just leaves Odin, Titan, and Ramu left to max. Alright, it's getting pretty late, so you all know what this means. It's time for tonight's stream to come to an end. That said, if you liked what you saw tonight and you want to see more of what I'm doing, make sure to hit that wonderful follow button so you'll get notifications for when I next go live. It's totally free, it won't cost you anything at all, but only a few seconds worth of your time. I would be grateful for your support because following my channel will increase the number of followers I have, thereby enabling me to get closer to affiliate status. And it would also help discover... It would help me get discovered by more people. I'd be really grateful for your support, and it would mean a lot to me. And if you ever want to watch this again, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. And if you're watching that there, consider liking, maybe leaving a comment telling me what you thought of my performance tonight. But if you didn't like it and you thought it was lacking, go ahead, hit that dislike button. I won't hold it against you. I will understand completely. After all, I'm not a perfect anything. I can't please everybody. But hey, if you really didn't like my content enough to where you want to see more, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. You'll find highlights of my streams there, some funny moments, some specific boss fights. And yeah, there's always going to be something on my YouTube for you to enjoy. You'd be helping me out by growing my YouTube channel and increasing the likelihood that I'll get discovered. And you'll be helping me realize my dream of making it as a gamer, as a content creator, as a live streamer. Now, make sure to join me tomorrow, because I will be diving into more Final Fantasy XVI and doing some side quests and working to hopefully save and rescue Jill from Odin. Alright. If you watched to the end, thank you very much. Until next time, this is Unit 102 Alpha, signing off. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.